I want to show y'all some very important information about the LIERUS and how the restrictions are going to get tighter in our ability to move around. Thank you for tuning into HardNews TV 4. I'm your host, Terry Lynn, and this is the channel where truth is like archaeology, and every day we're digging for it. Today is October 17th, 2020. So I did a video the other day on London not allowing people to intermingle with people from other households, and boyfriends and girlfriends can't go see each other. And then in one of the top 10 I did today, in Italy, people got fined for kissing each other out in public. So you can't go see people, you can't be affectionate in public. Now let me show you. So this, we talked about the tier 1, 2, and 3. And this is from a couple of days ago. London to face tighter restrictions from Friday night. How will London and Essex cope with tier 2 rules? So, and it talked about you couldn't associate with people if your block is on tier 2. You couldn't, which is higher, tighter restrictions. You couldn't go associate with somebody in tier 1. So they're restricting what blocks can move where. Okay, now I might as well skip ahead and show y'all this. All right, so that's what's going on in London. You can't interact with people in different locations. Now this is from Spectrum News, New York 1. This is, I think, from yesterday. From today. State will target hot spots block by block, Cuomo says. Andrew Cuomo announced Saturday that the state will target individual blocks rather than entire neighborhoods as the state tries to battle the coronavirus this fall and winter. You draw a very tight focus, bring it down within that targeted area, and you disrupt anyone else in the meantime. Block by block lockdowns are coming in America. Now here is the second article in relation to that, and then I'll show y'all some other things that I found. This is from October 12th from Wired. New York is trying targeted lockdowns. Will it stop a second wave? Instead of shutting down all of New York City, this time officials taking a block-by-block approach to home in on areas with increasing case numbers. Okay, so the scope is getting very small now, all right? Now, that means they are going to know people more individually in that block. The government is going to be more in your business in a micromanaging you, okay? Block by block. Are they going to give you a bracelet? Are they going to give you some kind of papers that tell you when you're allowed to move around? The restrictions around the neck are getting tighter and tighter when they're zeroing in on your neighborhood block by block. Now I want to show you an article that I got. This is from whitehouse.gov, I believe. Let's see, in the search box. Yep, see at the top, whitehouse.gov/briefings, statements, and remarks. So this is an official website from the president, okay? Remarks by President Trump on protecting America's seniors, Fort Myers, Florida. So I typed in free because I heard about this article and I wanted to go check it out from the horse's mouth. Free. So let me scroll down and find the word free. It's in here 11 times. Think of it. We got all this done. Now this is Trump's transcript in a very short period of time. And now we're going for emergency use because we're going to make it available to everyone who needs it, anybody in the country. And Eli Lilly is making a very similar drug, and Alex, we're working very hard on that, right? Alex Azar. So thank you very much, because I want people to get it, and we're getting it free, right? So we got to do that. If you need it, if you don't need it, that's even better, okay? That's even better. But if you need it, right, you get it. Okay, so he's saying Operation Warp Speed, they're on track to deliver at least 1 million doses of vaccine this year, and it could be a little sooner than what we are originally anticipating, with hundreds of millions more quickly to follow. Remember that, Alex? Okay, so I'm thrilled to announce we've just finalized partnership with CVS and Walgreens, two places you know pretty well, I guess, to immediately deliver the vaccine to nursing homes at no cost to our seniors, no cost. So he said in this article that he's going to have the vaccine available to everybody at no cost and fast. And let me show you something else he said. I've got to show y'all this quick because I don't have enough subscription, free articles. This one was on October 7th from New York Times. Trump calls his illness a blessing from God. In a video on Wednesday, the president portrayed an unproven antibody cocktail being developed by the drug maker, I don't know ever how to say that, as a miracle cure. He says President Trump claimed on Wednesday that catching the coronavirus was a blessing from God and portrayed as a miracle cure the unproven therapeutic drug he was given after testing positive. He says catching the virus was a blessing from God. And then he comes out a week later, less than a week later, and tells all the old people that he's got them covered, the vaccine's coming quickly, even before the end of the year. Everybody's going to get it for free. It's coming fast and free and for everybody. Okay? And so then you remember he told us on the balcony when he came back, don't fear the COVID. And I said that reminded me of the Blue Oyster Cult song, Don't Fear the Reaper. I don't know, 40, 100,000 people every day. We can be like they are. Don't fear the Reaper, People are dying, and in that song it says, don't fear the Reaper. And then Trump says from the balcony, don't fear the COVID. Well, he says it was a blessing from God that he got it. And then I think I have one more article. Yeah, it's from now the Pope, somebody in the Pope's residence has the LIERUS. This is from today, Newsmax. COVID-19 case confirmed in Pope's Vatican residence. A man living in the same Vatican residence as Pope Francis has tested positive and gone into isolation, the Vatican said Saturday. The man, who was not identified, did not have symptoms of the illness, left the Santa Marta residence and went into isolation along with others with whom he had had direct contact, the statement said. Someone else living in the residence, which is about 130 rooms with suites, tested positive for the coronavirus when the pandemic hit in March. Pope Francis had part of his lung removed during an illness when he was a young man in his native Argentina. Is tested regularly for the LIERUS. He said a normal scheduled Saturday, receiving 3 people in separate private audiences and addressing a large group of Indian police. Here, this is what I want you to see. The Vatican, a tiny city-state surrounded by Rome, has been only lightly affected by the coronavirus, with about 24 confirmed cases in total. I'm sorry, yeah, it was at the Vatican. The Vatican, a tiny city-state surrounded by Rome, has been only lightly affected by the coronavirus, with about 24 confirmed cases in total. And I want to get into that, okay? So, this one article says, this was from October 15th from Fortune, as COVID cases spike in Europe, Italy stands out, but this time for doing things right. Now look at this. Italy, without its beloved, I'm not even going to try to talk Italian, pickup soccer game, would have seemed a cruel and unusual punishment not long ago. In the age of the novel LIERUS, it's the new normal. On Monday, the Italian government decreed a new series of measures to combat the LIERUS cases. The list includes a prohibition on contact sports for amateur athletes and no school organized trips. Prime Minister Conte's government also mandated smaller wedding receptions and said it may unveil a new range of fines for households that throw big dinner parties. So now they're telling you how many people are coming to your house and how many people you can feed. That last one caused a bit of stir on Twitter. Italians are known for good meals, good cooking, loving family, and now their government is considering fines on households that have large dinner parties. Then that made me start wondering. This was from, I think, 10 minutes ago. Yeah, 10 minutes ago. I put in COVID world numbers today. Total cases worldwide. Okay, I want to know how we're able to get daily updates. You know, today this number of people got the LIERUS and this many people died today. And how is like the CDC, the World Health Organization, the news media, how are they able to give us a day by day tally on this? All right. I worked in a bank clearinghouse for 13 local banks. That was hard gathering information on 13 local banks in our parish, all right? So how are they able to calculate the numbers basically in real time all day, every day, from every little city, every little town, every little parish, or what do y'all call it, counties, every little state in the United States, every state around the world, every province around the world, every community around the world, to know where the hot spots are, to what blocks it's more potent in. Like, how do they know all this? This is what makes me really suspicious. Okay, how are they able to tally this almost in real time? How are the hospitals able to turn over this information in almost real time? The walk-in clinics, the Walgreens, the doctor's office where people test, the drive-through testing centers. How is all this information gathered and processed every single day worldwide? So I just wanted to bring y'all this. Please leave me your comments below. We have places going into tier 1 and tier 2, tier 3. You can't socialize with people in those different tiers. The president says everybody real soon is going to get the vaccine free of charge. He says it was a blessing from God that he got it. It's happening in the Vatican. And New York City is about to start going block by block. Y'all please leave me your thoughts on this. Thank you for watching. Love y'all. Bye-bye.